So what my opponent brought up is the well-being being a big problem with no-fault divorces, but the financial independence of females wouldn't be an issue if if women weren't able to get jobs after the divorce. They would, of course, go back to the male or to their parents or any other supporter. But because of the success of no-fault divorce, it shows that women are able to get more jobs in the workplace. There is an outstanding number of women working nowadays, and more so than before. So I'm pretty sure that the financial well-being of women isn't an entirely significant issue nowadays, because women are more educated now and have the ability to get jobs. And another issue that my opponents brought up is the children and how no-fault divorce will negatively affect them. But no-fault divorce doesn't take into account, but what they didn't talk about was the family unit. What is the definition of a family? Well, according to Teresa Ooms, a PhD at the Roy McKinsey Center for the Study of Families, a family must do four things. One, the membership and family formation must be agreed upon. Two, they must support economically. Three, they must apply nurturance, education, and socialization. And four, and protect the vulnerable members from harm. That does not in any way include marriage. I know that in my family, my dad is separated from my mom, and he still supports me, even though he doesn't live in the house. And I'm growing fine. I don't know, I think I'm pretty good. So, and according to Jen Pryor, who wrote an article, Children in Changing Family Structures, she says that, and I quote, "Families in the 21st century are diverse, fluid, and changing. Relationships are negotiated and renegotiated over time, rather than fixed by duty, law, or position." And nowadays, there is such a huge amount of types of families. The nuclear family is only a myth nowadays. That's hardly the case now. And according to Jen Pryor, again, given the diversity and rate of change, it is perhaps more appropriate to think of the word family as a verb rather than a noun. Families are what families do regardless of their composition, and regardless of whether the parents are divorced or not. And because of this, children can grow to be responsible adults and not negatively mentally affected due to a divorce. And Amanda also challenged my notion about how living before a marriage would help prevent divorce. And the thing is that life changes after a marriage. When you combine assets and lives, things happen that a cohabitation doesn't realize. And the expectation of marriage is that the partners will be like companions and confidants and lovers and best friends and all these like job duties that are really difficult for anybody to fulfill. So I can completely understand why a couple would want, no matter how much they want to stay together, to have a no-fault divorce. And also there's the issue of increased divorce rates. While it is true that divorce rates did increase within the first 10 years, it is because of the bad marriages where the wives were unhappy with their husbands. Before that, then it wouldn't have been an issue, since no-fault divorce was not implicated yet. And along with the rise in divorce rates, I would also like to point out that according to Betsy Stevenson and Justin Wolfers, the suicide rates, domestic violence, and murder rates were impacted nationwide when a no-fault divorce was implicated. As a matter of fact, the female suicide rate dropped about 20%, and evidence suggests that unilateral divorce, no-fault divorce, led to a decline in females murdered by their partners. So even though there is a rise, even though there may be still hostility in marriages, there are more lives saved because of it. And another issue...
I got to cut you off. You're at 5 minutes.
Okay, all right.